And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So today's our final presentation, I think. That's why we are here. So I will take off and do mine, and then we'll take turns. Is that okay?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna mute myself when it's somebody else's presentation, then you won't hear me coughing.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute mine too.
Okay. Good idea.
so I didn't have a PowerPoint. I would do a live presentation. So my goal for the semester for the accountability project was to lose 25 pounds. And I've been having problems with my blood pressure. And my doctor thinks that he wanted to put me on medication, which I didn't want to do because I've seen what blood pressure medication can do to people. I have a friend who went on blood pressure medication and he lost both kidneys. So those are some of the side effects. It could mess up your kidneys. So because of that, I told him no, I wasn't going to be on blood pressure medication. So he said that the other alternative is to lose weight. So with this, I've been trying to lose weight for a while now. He wanted me to take off 25 pounds. So with this project, I decided to use that as part of my plans to see if I could lose 25 pounds. So what I did was that I did jog half an hour every day. And then my other distance was to, no, that one wasn't even too big a deal. I normally park far away when I go to grocery shopping. I go to the store, park far away and walk. And at the end of the whole project, I lost nothing, not even a single pound. So I realized that the actions that I took were not too aggressive enough. I mean, jogging half an hour a day, I think, wasn't too aggressive, and walking that small distance wasn't too aggressive enough to help me. And besides that, too, actually didn't add any dieting to it. I kept on eating my goat and everything. And I think that didn't help me at all. So at the end of the day, I didn't lose any weight at all. So what I plan to do is that I might have to up it up a little bit. It's getting too cold to even go out to jog. So I might have to use the treadmill and then stay on it. Maybe try to do an hour in the morning and then an hour in the night. And then let's see if that will help, because I need to get that weight off. Sometimes when the pressure goes high, I could feel it because I get very severe headaches too. So I think the earlier I do it, I might end up having too many problems. So those are the plans that I plan to put in effect to see if I can be able to get the weight down. So in effect, for the whole semester, my goal that I set to lose the 25 pounds, I actually didn't lose anything. It didn't work out well for me. So that is my whole presentation, and that is how my project went for the semester. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, Godfred, tell him I liked your, it's weird to say, but I like the consequence or the punishment or whatever that you chose if you didn't finish or you didn't do it. Were you able to do that?
No, I
What it was?
I didn't. It's at the end of the day that he didn't hit my goal. So I don't think that was part of the consequences. Because my main thing was that if I failed to jog or I failed to do any of the goals that I set for the daily goals, then I would donate. But is it part of the consequence part of the final deal that if I fail to hit? No, I didn't put that in, that if I fail to lose the weight, I would donate lunch to the homeless. No, that wasn't part of it.
I just thought that was a cool thing to think up of, even if you did or did not.
Yeah.
My consequence was lame. But I thought that was a really good one to come up with. for your
I had a hard time choosing consequences
Right.
yeah.
at the beginning. Now looking back, I would have chosen different things, but
Yeah.
you didn't know any better then.
Hmm.
Anyway, so who goes next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I do have a PowerPoint, so I'll share my screen. Can you see that? Okay. So this is my accountability project final presentation. One of the things that I really wanted to focus on, kind of the same with Godfred, was my physical health. I've always had struggles with weight, and that's a common thing. I think a lot of people try to focus on is their physical health and their weight, and something else I wanted to add to it, just to push myself a little more, was my spiritual health as well, and improve that. And so I set some simple goals to achieve that. Some of my goals were to wake up earlier. I already wake up pretty early to go to work, but I wanted to challenge myself and wake up earlier to stretch and try to go jogging outside. I failed miserably with the third one. I did it a few times, but that's pretty much it. But I was able to wake up earlier and stretch a little bit in the mornings mostly. And one of the things that I'm lucky to have is an hour lunch. And during my lunchtime, I'd go and walk around the Greenbelt in Idaho Falls. That's where the Idaho Falls Temple is. And it's pretty nice. It takes about 45 minutes to walk around the whole thing. And while I walked around, I carried a Book of Mormon with me, and I wanted to read that daily as I walked around the Greenbelt. And I figured that reading the Book of Mormon and walking around such a beautiful place would help me spiritually and help me physically as well. The last thing is a picture of me and my brother-in-law. He kind of had the same goal this whole year, to lose weight, and we kind of made a bet at the beginning of the year, and it was kind of nice that I had this class at the end of the year to kind of finalize that goal. We both love shooting, and one of the things that's hard to get is ammo for guns now, and to find them cheap. So the consequence, if I didn't do all the things that I had set goals for, was to buy him a box of 45 caliber ammo for his handgun for the first 3 months of next year. So I will be doing that because I didn't complete my goals every day. But there were some things that I was able to take away. I was grateful that I was able to grow closer to the Lord. And I have a testimony of reading the Book of Mormon and trying to find insight from the Lord on that in the Spirit. And then I actually learned to really enjoy waking up early, and I actually got used to it. And now when I try to sleep in on Saturdays and Sundays, it doesn't go as well as I hope. But that was my presentation, and that's that.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yep.
Good job.
Becky, you're next.
You want me to go next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hang on, let me. Oh, mine's loading. Just 1 second. Okay, my internet's really slow. Don, did you want to go next while mine's loading?
I can do that.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine. Okay, You guys see what I see? Okay. So my project, I had all kinds, as you can see, this is like my beginning statement of what I want to become. I was going to conquer the world with this project. My biggest thing, though, is I want to be a better mother. And so most of my goals focused more on the spiritual than anything else. Although I did do a little bit of health stuff, it was mostly just drawing closer to the Lord and being a better mother. So I found this quote that went along with my project. When people try to excuse themselves by saying, that's just the way I am, I say, that's not who you are, that's what you have chosen to be. What do you believe you could become? With the power of the Holy Ghost, you can become whatever you want that is good and right in God's sight. We can become what we should become. It's about enduring. It's about deciding what you want to be and working for it. So I loved that quote. To me, I just feel like I keep being inspired to really focus on my scriptures and meditation and taking time out so that I'm doing the things that I need to be that are important. Our schedules are very busy, 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 busy. And so if I can take 2 seconds to breathe and go with my family to the temple, and that's one of the biggest goals we did as a family. Every week we go to the temple. My husband does the baptisms and I participate. We all participate and it has been awesome. So I highly recommend that if you ever get the opportunity because it's cool. So for this, my natural man was very strong during this project. It seemed like if there was anything that could go wrong, it went wrong. And especially with regards to exercising, my goal was only to do, as far as exercising, it was my punishment. And so I didn't do super good with my punishment. Unfortunately, that was not the best accountability thing for me to do. So when I did, though, I really enjoyed it. It allowed me more time to think, actually. So anyway, this is when I failed, a whole bunch of fails. But anyway, beyond that, these were my goals. I don't know if we were really supposed to share that or not, but read my scriptures for at least 15 minutes every day. And as I've done that, I've recognized that I need to move forward now and go beyond just reading them. I need to really think about them and ponder them. And then after I do that, I need to be more willing to share them and think things that I know. And I think that's the biggest takeaway for me with this entire course, which it went along with my other classes I'm taking too, is that I have learned a lot, and that knowledge I need to share with other people. And so if anything, I want to become a person that is more willing to share the things that I know, and in a good way, not a self-righteous way or anything. But I think that when we're doing things, especially knowledge, we need to share it. So, result, I was able to see a definite need to turn to the Lord. If things were good with me, I was better able to make sure the needs of my family were being met. I see more and more the importance of helping myself before I am even capable of helping others. So anyway, very good experience for me. I hope that I can move forward from it, and I don't think I will ever track again like this. It was kind of a pain, but it's definitely a good idea. So that's my presentation.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Tracking was the worst.
It was.
I'm thankful for Dylan and Godfred, though.
It was
They were
hard.
very motivating.
Yeah.
Dylan always left me motivational little messages.
Good.
That's awesome. Okay, mine is still not loading. I'm like freaking out.
Oh no!
So Dylan, do you want to go?
Yeah, I
I'm
can
gonna
go.
tell my husband to get off the internet.
So I did mine a little bit different, so hopefully it works. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Bye. I hope this works. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do I get my sound to play? That's the question from here. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah. Hey, sis. All right, so maybe it's not going to work. I had it all recorded already, but I guess that I will just talk about it. So in my accountability project, what my goal was, is this like scrolling for you guys? Like, are you able to see it scrolling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so what I wanted to do was, initially when I set out to do this project, I think that, well, I was hoping to become like a better husband and a better father. I think that those are, some of the most important things, and I was really motivated at the beginning of this project to change and better myself. Do you need help? Okay, let's go. Come on. To change and better myself so that I don't know, I could just, okay, go. Yeah, sorry. Be a better husband and a father. And at the beginning, I was really motivated to do that. Like, this was going to be a good project to really help me. And I was like, yes, I want to become something more. And so I set these goals. I set goals of being able to exercise at least 3 times a week. I wanted to be able to read daily. And feel like I'm missing something, but so those were the main things. And so I wanted to exercise, and I did well at that. I'm a pretty active person, but I really wanted to exercise so that I could be in shape for my elk hunt. And that, so I did well at that. The mountains still kicked my butt though, like bad. But I liked that because I woke up and I would exercise. And for my reading, I was really hoping to read like kind of some self-help books, things to motivate me even more. But I ended up using my reading as like the course readings that we had to do for all of the classes that we took and stuff. So that didn't really work out how I wanted it to. And then I was supposed to check my partner's pages a lot, but I didn't do so well at that. So, but I feel that I did pretty well. And for some of my consequences, like I said, I was going to cook dinner. If I failed, I would do the dishes. And then if I failed for like a certain amount of time, I was going to buy my wife like a professional massage. I don't know how that came to be, but that was it. And then if I failed entirely, this was kind of cheating, but if I failed entirely, take us on a cruise, my wife and I, which we were going to go anyways. So it didn't really matter. But we ended up not going. We did something else. I didn't fail entirely, so I still get to reap the benefits of that. And for this project, thanks. for this project, it wasn't really what I hoped it to be, and I think that I just didn't set goals that were meaningful enough to me, and they just didn't help me in the way that I wanted to. And so if I were to do this again, I would set more meaningful goals, set goals that are going to make me a better person rather than goals just to kind of get a grade on this project. And I think that it could be very beneficial. I probably won't track it the same way, but I do think it's important to track goals. No, but I don't know. It was very annoying, but I would like to do something similar to this again and just make better goals, because I do think it can be really beneficial and actually help a person to be motivated if you set the right goals, which is something I didn't do, but something I would like to do in the future. So that is it. Now I'm trying to cancel screen share, but it's not.
Awesome.
Yes, I was going to ask, how could you measure that goal? Is your wife going to determine whether you're a better husband now?
Well, I think within myself, like I think that personally I'm like, oh, I could probably do that without my wife asking, and she would really appreciate that. And I think that where you do those things without having to be like, oh, do them without thinking about it necessarily, you just see that it needs to be done. And so I think that that's what I was meaning by like a better husband and a better father. But like, I'm not saying I'm a terrible husband. I hope I'm not a bad husband or a bad father, but
Bring your
like,
wife in. Where's she at? Bring her in.
no,
Wizard.
we don't
She would
want
have
her
told you
opinion.
out by
No,
now.
she'll give the truth. But yeah, but I thought the project was good. I just think that I could have made it more meaningful, rather than just like, oh, check mark, I'm so sick of this thing, but
By the end, I think we all got there.
yeah.
Hey,
That tracking,
Yes.
like I remember looking at it the very first week and thinking, oh my gosh, there are so many blank spaces, like it's so long, and it was a long time to track.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Hi, sis.
Okay, well, I downloaded mine, so hopefully it works.
okay.
We'll see. Screen share. Okay, will you guys let me know if you can see this or not?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is my presentation. It's a Prezi. It's kind of fun. Anyways, so who I wanted to become. I wanted to become a better me, and for me that involved being healthier, more organized, and a more giving person. And in order to do that, I set a few goals, and I can become healthier by focusing on physical exercise and increasing water consumption. And I wanted to be more organized in time management, especially dealing with school and assignments, and then be someone who can manage the stress of being stretched and not overreact when my plans get disrupted. I'm a planner, and I like to know what's going to happen next. And so, so my goal is to become healthier through increasing exercise and water intake, by focusing on completing all my homework on time and to the best of my ability, and become more giving through acts of kindness and volunteer work. So here's my chart. There's a few no's. I did pretty good, but I think, like you said, I should have set harder goals. Did I complete all my homework assignments? Did I focus my school time on schoolwork by avoiding other distractions? Did I update my goals? Did I drink 16 ounces of water before anything else? Did I show kindness? Did I check on my friends' goals? And then I said that I'd exercise 2.5 hours a week. Did I go on a date with my husband? And did I volunteer my time to help someone other than family members? So my first no came, I didn't exercise, and I ended up cleaning my kid's bathroom. That was my punishment. And then the next one, I forgot to drink water on a Saturday morning. And so I ended up cleaning the bathroom again. So, so how I did it, increase exercise. We have a gym membership, and we did water aerobics classes, and I went on walks with my husband. To increase my water intake, I made the goal of drinking 16 ounces of water each morning before any other drink. And you guys have to know that Dr. Pepper is my favorite beverage of all. This is actually my ringtone on my cell phone.
I drink Dr. Pepper and I'm proud. I'm part of an original crowd. And if you look around these days, there seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, would you like to be a pepper too? I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, and every Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper, be a pepper, drink.
So anyways, Dr. Pepper is my favorite by far. So to become more organized, I said I would focus my school time on schoolwork, and my school time is when my kids are all at school. And then I would turn in all my homework assignments on time and do my best work and update my goals every day by noon. And in order to do that, I did a few things. I turned off my cell phone so I didn't hear my text messages or alerts coming through. And I closed non-essential tabs to reduce distractions, because if I saw that I got a new email, I had to go look and see who it was from, even if it was like Kohl's or, you know, Target or Old Navy or whatever it was. So I just decided to close those, and it made it easier to focus. And then as a family, we scheduled time each week if I needed extra time outside of school time to get my homework done. I worked with my family on that. I worked hard to understand concepts and apply them to each assignment in my courses. And then I tried to log into Google Drive every morning, first thing, to record my progress, and then do it at the end of homework so I could get it all tracked, because that tracking sheet kind of took over my life. Become more giving. So I volunteer my time each week to help others in my community, and I did that by volunteering every Tuesday in my 3 daughters' classrooms at the elementary. And then to show kindness to others, especially my family members. So this is a picture of my family, and this goal was specifically written for my 3rd daughter, this one right here. She knows how to push my buttons quickly, and so this one was to help me not react to her, but to love her and to show her more of the Savior's love and how he would react to her, in love. And so that was a huge takeaway from this project. So the consequences for a no, I had to either clean my daughter's bathroom, eat a piece of pizza, or watch golf with my husband, which is boring. And I really dislike cleaning bathrooms, and I only had to do it twice. That was enough motivation to keep going. And I really liked having accountability partners that checked on me when I missed a goal, and they followed up with me when I was sick, which was nice. I worked hard on this. I think I did enough to make the assignment, but I wish I would have done harder goals, and I would reword them knowing now what I know now than what I know then. And I think my husband has mixed feelings about being part of my goals. He liked that we had to go on a date each week, but I would tease him that I was only going to check it off my list. So what I learned, I said I don't like being tethered to a spreadsheet each morning, but I did like having accountability partners. I learned that I can meet the goals I set for myself, and I can be responsible for my efforts to continue trying even after a setback. And I believe, and I learned that others believe in me, and I really liked having them cheering me on, and that I will continue to set reasonable goals and track my progress. However, not daily with that spreadsheet, because I don't want to do that anymore. And I like this quote. It says, "A goal without a plan is just a wish." And so I think as we go forward, you have to make a plan, or else it's just a wish. If you want it to be a real goal and you want to make it happen, then you've got to make a plan to do it. So that is my presentation.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
You're welcome.
Well,
We're done. Yay!
Any questions from anybody to
Any
Becky
questions for anybody?
or to anybody on the project?
You know what I think would have made it more effective is if you could break up, like, the first 6 weeks you set goals, and then for those 6 weeks you do those, but then after the 6 weeks you move on and set new goals, or adjust your goals and then do the for 6 weeks, and then, you know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't so, I don't know, it's just terrible.
It was monotonous, and I think like a lot of us said, we would have set harder goals.
Right.
And so 3 weeks in, I realized that some of my goals, like, that's kind of that I volunteer each week. Well, I like to do that, and I try to do that anytime, but I should have done something a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
But I think right now we have the template. So, I mean, what I realize is that because I have somebody checking on me, I am forced and compelled to get going. So, I think that maybe once we have this template, we can set much more harder goals and then
Yeah.
get somebody just the same way, get somebody to check on me so that I make sure that I get it done. Is
Right.
Yeah.
Other than that, if I don't have anybody sitting on my neck, I would just do it once, twice, and then stop. I mean, it's been like that for all this time. I've been trying to lose this weight forever, and this was very easy because I only had to jog half an hour, but I think I have to do something much more intensive. So if I can get, I think I'll do the same thing. I'll get somebody to check on me to make sure I get going.
Or you could do like Andrew did and make a bet with someone.
Yeah.
That will motivate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not excited. 45 ammo is expensive.
Andrew has 45 ammo for his brother-in-law because he lost the bet. Sorry,
For 3 months.
Yeah, for 3 months. A box each month for 3 months. How much is 45 ammo?
Depending on depending on brand and how many you
big
get in a box. I'm going to find the cheapest brand with the smallest box size.
You're gonna have 2. You should repackage one box into like smaller little.
No,
portion.
1 month I'm gonna buy him really good ammo. He probably won't even want to shoot it, but it's around $40, $50 for a box of 50.
Nice. Yeah,
So
very good.
well, it's been a fun semester. I did my 360 thing already,
Yeah.
and I think what I said mostly about what I liked about this class were these group meetings, and how I got lucky this time, because every group I've had in every one of my classes has just been crappy. But this has been a really fun semester just because of this group. So thank you.
Okay.
Well, I said the same thing, and when it says, what can your partners do to be better? There's nothing. I think
in every single one I said I can't think of anything. That's what I said for every single one.
Oh,
So
that's what I said. I said, I can't think of anything. This group is awesome, or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, when I say that, I really mean it, because I've had some groups that have had some doozies in it, and
oh
they
yeah.
go up and they don't know what they're talking about, and they're never prepared, and that's not the case this time. So
Yes.
you guys done with your other classes?
I still have to take those tests.
Everybody's winding down. I have one final to take tomorrow.
I have one more final too.
One more.
3 more.
Ew.
This
Yes.
is it. I'm done. After tonight, I'm done.
Oh,
It's a good feeling.
Semester.
It's a good
Congrats.
feeling.
Yeah. My husband got home and I was dancing in the living room. I'm so excited to be done. I'm
How
gonna-
many more semesters do you have?
I have 1. I'll be done in April.
Me too.
oh,
Me
me
too.
too.
That's the plan. Hey, me too. Party.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Assuming I pass all my classes.
You're gonna.
We'll all be done in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously?
That's
What?
crazy.
That is funny.
Are you guys going to walk?
Yeah, Dondi, where are you from again, Dondi?
Arizona. I'm
You
not
should
planning
still
on
come
walking.
Oh,
Make a road trip.
are you Becky?
I don't know. My husband wants me to.
So does my wife.
But Dondi, what's the
I may
reason?
do it.
I don't know. It's a long drive clear to Idaho.
You don't have
So I
to
can walk
fly.
on speed.
Walking?
Just fly.
We will cheer for you, Dondi.
Godford, are you walking?
Yeah, I'm coming.
You are?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Wow. Clear from Boston, and I'm leaving lame.
Are you guys all
Godford, I
doing?
need to cook you a steak. An elk steak, man.
We'll all stay at the Ritz, okay?
Rexburg.
I'll be grilling a goat outside the auditorium.
Are you guys all in business too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd all graduate in the same building.
I'm in university studies.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I am too.
Bummer. Oh, bummer.
Give me a kiss.
Yeah, I just have a business
love you.
minor.
Good night, sis.
It's funny because with my wife's graduation, they do the big old opening ceremony or whatever in the big auditorium, and then every school goes to a different building. Every college. It's weird. Some go to like a chapel across the street.
Really?
Yeah, depending on how big they are, I've heard they do that.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they have a lot of cool speakers. We had President Irene's brother at at my wife's.
Cool.
That was cool. But you're really coming, Godfred?
I'm planning to.
Okay.
Good for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Actually, I didn't want to come, but there is, what do you call it? A member of my ward. We were just talking this Sunday. And then I was saying, no, I wasn't going. She said, oh, she's going, but let's go. Let's plan and go. And I said, well. So now I'm forced to come.
Now it's a road trip.
And now you're forced to pass every class too.
Right.
I have to.
That's good motivation.
Yeah.
There's your goal for next semester.
Pass class.
Pass my classes.
Oh my gosh, are you guys going to have a hard time focusing? I mean, the last 3 weeks of my classes for this semester have about killed me, but knowing I'm
Me
so
too.
close.